2015, I attempted suicide twice. I was forced to move across the country from Victoria back to PEI, but I chose Halifax because they terminated my contract, which also included taking away my mental health treatment, which I was being, it was going very well. That was all ripped from me because of my diagnosis with PTSD, ironically. I fought like hell, and here I am, but along the way, I even took a little trip to the Huntsville Aurelia Crazy Bin. I'm allowed to say it. And by the way, it is beautiful. If anybody wants a nice stay at a place that will look after you and help you get healthy, that's a good one. I was also in Dartmouth and Victoria, but that's another story. I left my fiance, who was my best friend for years. Why? Because I sabotaged it. I found every single excuse. It was non-cognitive, but because of something that Tim told me, I was able to reflect on that. It's because I am not able to have a relationship that I don't think that I deserve. It took me a little while to process that, but it's true. You know, if I don't think that I'm worth the breath that I take, then why the hell should anybody else worry about that? So I will find somebody that's going to treat me like shit. And I did. It didn't take me long. I got him. I certainly did. You know, waking up because he just doesn't want to sleep, or being assaulted physically, whether it be fists or him trying to rape me, but I fought him off. That was fun. So I got that fight. I found him, but I also, good news, 27th of December, tricked him and escaped, and I moved to PEI. Yeah, yes. As bad as all the other crap was, I also found some good. I started to speak out loud about mental health issues, be kind of an advocate for whoever I could, even if it was me just deflecting my own crap. I was able to help somebody, that one of my best friends, that had a gun in her mouth and a needle in her arm, because I knew something was up. I knew I would crack at that point. But she's alive now, and she went to Homewood, and she's sober. My mom got married, and it was a beautiful wedding. I see Mom drunk for the first time. That was hilarious. I got released from the military. We'll go back to that one, but it was good, and I was being harassed by my chain of command, and I continued to fight through that and literally give them the middle finger. Surprised I didn't get charged. And I found the Society of Atlantic Heroes, which is an organization that helps people like me that have PTSD, that's in the service, or a first responder, because it's real effing hard for anybody to ask for help, but certainly people that are supposed to be the providers, how do we ask for help? Because then we're weak, right? So, getting released from the military, I kept on trying to tell myself that it would be better, but I didn't believe it, really. Because in the uniform, I felt that I wasn't stupid. I wasn't unwanted. I had a purpose. I was heroic almost. And everybody knew that I was in the military within 5 minutes of meeting me, because that's how I identified myself. Because I got in when I was 16. So at 32, who the fuck am I? I'm sorry for the language. I mean, I didn't know simple tasks, like you had to pay for your prescriptions. Did you guys know that? Yeah, common sense, right? It wasn't common sense for me when they put the medication on the counter. I picked it up and walked out, because that's what I did. Mom's healthcare, and then the military. It became very scary. But despite Nancy, my little gremlin, screaming in my ear that you're worthless, you're an embarrassment, and you're a burden to not only your friends and family, but every person you cross paths with, you may as well just kill yourself. Hopefully this time you'll be successful, because you friggin' suck at it. But I stifled Nancy for that time. Sometimes it was with alcohol, unfortunately, but for the most part, it was finding my good friends, my quarters, because I would rather 4 quarters over 100 pennies. And I found them now. Nancy and I have our ups and downs, but lately we've been coming together as a team. We have some good bitch fights, but, you know, sometimes one of us has to step in and take control. Nancy wrote a poem in November 2018. I like to say that I didn't. It was 2 days before my grandmother died. And I had 2 grandfathers die within 2 months prior to. So 2018 was it was a time. But this is what Nancy wrote. Wonderful day, taken in the sun. What you don't know is I'm fucking done. Everyone sees me as so strong and happy. Fools, I'm long gone. I don't need your empathy. I put on a smile, but it's just a lie. Deep in my thoughts, I'm just wanting to die. Unlovable bitch is what I truly believe. Don't let me fool you. You're not that naive. Every single day is an uphill battle. Shut the F up. I can't even conform to cattle. See, I got the F to him. When I'm gone, you will see. I can never live up to what you want me to be. But the dynamic duel of Mia and Nancy is finally coming together because I acknowledge her. Hey, you're not up here. I'm just kidding. We're alert. I finally acknowledged her, and I see the good in her too, because without that push, I wouldn't be who I am today. If I didn't acknowledge even the bad things in my life, like my daddy issues, then maybe I wouldn't have, felt that I had to prove to everybody that I was strong and I was good enough. Maybe I wouldn't have a voice today because I might have succeeded in my attempts. But thank goodness I didn't, because I'm so much happier now. I don't have to wear makeup all the time. I don't have to get to every event. I just have to be comfortable with myself. And I'm not saying that I am all the time, believe me. But, Nancy sometimes is that encouragement, lighting a fire and telling me to get up. Or she lit the fire to say, yeah, you said to Tim you would love to talk, but now you're like, oh my goodness. I had to go up on that stage. But I'm pleased with who I am now. And I've also acknowledged that it's okay to be sad. It's just as real of an emotion as it is to be angry or happy. So when I started allowing myself to be sad for that one day, it was just one day as opposed to 7, when my anxiety would just build up and I get pissed off at myself because you didn't complete that task or you didn't do this. You have no reason to be mad. So my 1 day or 2 days is not a week now. And I can be semi-productive, although I do like to sleep until like 1 p.m. So, and I don't know how to fit this in right now, so I'll just say it. You know that saying about grow some? I've realized I got some. Only they're tucked up inside of me with a little bit of a protective wall as opposed to being just out there loosey-goosey, right? So mine no longer are scared of a little nutch or a zipper. Seems a bit smarter to have a little protective wall around, that naive. And, but I can use that smartness towards something like my little bird brain, and I'm too physically weak. So yes, you can do my task for me. Go along. So I'm wearing the pants now in this relationship. Nancy no longer is. And this is the first time I've said this out loud ever. But I know I'm strong. I'm capable. And I'm just as good as anybody else. It's not your story that you have to worry about, because everybody's story is just as worthy as everybody else's. It's how you tell your story, how people are going to perceive it. So, I'm Mia, and my gremlin's name is Nancy. What's your gremlin's name?